Hi, and happy Monday night. Okay, I hope all is well with you and well with everybody. This is my first use of the XSplit software to try to do an actual stream. I've tested before, and you've been seeing lots and lots. Okay, tests. Um, I'm expecting this one to go off with perhaps a hitch or two, but okay, it's not an experiment. It's a live stream. And what it's about is the shooting in El Paso and in Dayton. And of course, like many other people, I have words to say about that. But first, I want to start off with somebody else's words. Uh, Specifically, I want to play a part of a tape from Richard Ojeda, who is, I believe, once again a candidate for Congress in by West Virginia. He ran in 2018 and he lost. Okay, at that time, he declared for president actually very recently, but then he dropped out of the race, but fairly quickly. So anyway, uh, I'm going to now share my screen and bring him in. At this point, okay. So this is going to be a short stream on that, and then I'm going to go into a longer stream, okay, on a few other things. And so
I spent 24 years in the military, and we are starting to have our own streets, just as bad, if not worse, than the streets that we patrolled in Baghdad and in the Hindu Kush of Afghanistan. And that's exactly what's going on here. And nobody's doing a damn thing. We don't have not one single legislator that's got their friggin' head out of the ass that isn't willing to finally stand up and do something because everybody's scared. They're scared they're going to possibly lose re-election. Who gives a shit? Over the course of literally a month and 2 days, we have lost 73 lives and 227 citizens are wounded. These are children. These are people that were going to church. These are people that were shopping in a store. People
can
going
you
to
hear anything?
school.
Oh, Jetta.
54 shootings
Okay,
in the
that's
month
cool.
of July. Now, I also did a little bit of research. And let's take November 2nd, 1999. November the 2nd, 1999. And let's go back. 54 shootings. Mass shootings from 1999. It goes all the way back to June 28th, 1978. 21 years in the United States of America for there to be 54 shootings, and we beat that this month. Think about that. I wish to God, I wish to God that I was allowed to come on here and post pictures that I have and all kinds of soldiers have to show the real carnage of what goes on in combat and what it looks like to be hit with a 7.62 right in the friggin' face or in the chest so people could see. And instead of thinking, wow, look at that, that's the Al Qaeda, you would think, is that what it looks like for a child to have a hole in their friggin' rib cage where you could stick your fist through? Or their complete friggin' face split in two? Because that's what's going on in the United States of America. And I'm asking for veterans to get off your asses and start friggin' being heard. Go to your friggin' legislators and tell them that they've got to fucking do something. We did not serve this country so that friggin' people could die in the streets.
Okay, so this one, of course, is very, very emotional, and it's an honest reaction, and it's a just an extremely emotional reaction, and it's just a call to arms. Okay, it's a call to action. It's a call to overcome the resistance in Congress. It's a terrific call for that. It's raw. The language is raw. It's raw all the way through. Now, I want to play some more of it for you, okay, as well. So let me go back and start it up again.
78 people killed in 1 month. In 1 month. That sounds like Iraq in 2004. But it's in the United States of America because we don't have no friggin' legislators that's got the friggin' balls to stand up to NRA. Right there, NRA. Right there. You have to understand, I own a pistol. I own a shotgun. But my God, we've got to come to the table. We've got to come to the table and sit down with these people that are responsible gun owners. Come to the table and sit down with people, and let's come up with some plans to keep guns out of the hands of these jackasses that are walking into our Walmarts.
Can you still hear it?
That are walking into our churches. That are walking into our schools. They're mowing people down left and right. I don't see mass shootings coming from the Mexican people out there. It's coming from these white supremacists. What it's coming from. We have a hatred in this country, and it is being fueled by the top. But my God, ladies and gentlemen, something's got to stop. And I could give a shit about the NRA. All you legislators out there that are supposed to be out there standing up and fighting for people, you're too chicken shit. You're too chicken shit to stand up to the NRA. You cowards. This is really hard because we got people that are dying and nobody has the balls to friggin' speak up. None of you. None of you. You know, think about that. We've got people that don't have children tonight. We got people that don't have children tonight because you fucking cowards don't have the guts to do right by this country and the people inside it. I hope every one of you burn in hell. Cypress, clear the way, airborne all the way.
Okay, so that's enough to.
Hey everybody, so let's talk about hosting a
Set
live
that
talk show,
tone.
which is what a lot of
Okay,
people like to do.
wait.
We talked about live streaming,
Sorry,
recording.
volume's a
Now what we're
bit,
going to do is actually have
too
a
low.
live video conference
I'm not sure why that's the
conversation
case.
with
I still learn
around the
this
world on our
software.
live stream, on our talk show.
And that's the
So one of the
first
first things I'm
time
going to give you guys is the ability to have different layouts. So this is what I call my fancy double, 90 degrees. So this right here is basically two different layouts where you can put, just make it look kind of nice. So let's do that. Let's add a background video.
Share with you.
And I'm going to call
This
it
was
nice
still a little rough, but I think
time.
You still probably caught the emotion, the urgency,
I have
and the
this
passion
background
behind
video.
this
Drag and drop
call.
is just so easy.
So I want to add to
Click.
it.
Let's make sure it's set.
What I want to talk about is what we do.
On the right. This
What you do. What you ought to do
loop.
if you really want to end this. If you really want to have if you really
Now,
want
what I'm
to
going to
have
do,
some
now
action
for this
on
again,
this,
I'm going to actually pull
that's
in
going to
basically what you
end,
want to do is add
or that
a
lead
screen
to the end
Now,
of the
normally you have
virus.
Skype running, but because I don't have someone to call with Skype right now, I'm just going to put Fox News in here. You get the idea. Now what we want to do is we want to take this Fox News and we want to crop it a little to make it fit in here properly. That's
That's the background. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Okay, is my sound okay now? If it is, let me know in your face. Okay, let me know, please, if you can hear someone talking over me or if it's just me now. Oh, there's a huge echo now. I hear someone else. Bonnie, that's someone else, maybe you. Just echo now, huge echo. Okay. Okay, how's the echo now? Is it better? Okay, please tell me if the echo is better now. In your comments. It's a real big echo. So I didn't set that sound correctly. Okay, do I still have the echo, folks? Still echo, huh? Darn, my test the other day went very well. Okay, is there an echo now? Where can it be coming from? No, I don't have external speakers. I killed the speakers. Okay. Okay, how about now? Not better, huh? Well, okay, I'm going to have to call this another experiment That didn't work. My test the other day was perfect.
That's good.
Oh, was that good, Bonnie?
Yes.
Okay, Bonnie says it's good. Is it good now?
That's good. That's great.
Oh, that's better.
Good.
That's better. Great. Is it good yet? It's gone. Keep talking. Yes, that's better.
Oh, you're not echoing now. Yes.
Great. Okay, then I'm going to finish this stream as it is.
Yes.
Okay. So, what I want to do is I want to offer a solution to the problem.
You are good.
I'm sure that this particular solution is going to work, but it's tough. It's tough. It's going to be difficult for people to do, and you have to really, really want to end this particular problem. In other words, you just have to decide no more. We're not going to have this anymore. And the way we're going to end this is that we're finally going to get our Congress to act. Now, how are we going to get them to act? What we need to do is all people who want to end this have to determine that they are going to vote against all congressional candidates who are taking money from the NRA and all congressional incumbents, regardless of party, and candidates regardless of party as well, who are taking contributions from the NRA, okay, or any of its PACs. This is absolutely imperative. We have to go through with this as a plan of action. If you happen to be a Democrat, I don't care who the Democrat is. That particular Democrat, you must vote against. You must vote to throw out of office. If you're a Republican, that particular Republican, you must throw out of office. If both candidates are taking money from the NRA, both candidates of the major parties are taking money from the NRA. If you want to end the violence, you have to vote third party. There has to be no mercy, no excuses, no alternative. We all must vote to end the influence of the NRA on our politicians by voting out every politician who takes money from them. I know there'll be all kinds of objections to this, that this is not a single issue campaign. There are all kinds of issues involved, and the congressman may be pretty good on one thing, but he takes money away from the NRA. Okay, but I'm just saying, if you want to end this, you have to clean all the NRA candidates off the table. And they're the people who take money from the NRA because they cannot be objective in their votes. They will not be objective in their votes. They will trim. They will stall. They will use every parliamentary tactic they can in order to defeat common sense gun control bills. If you want Congress to act, You have to be willing to vote in this way. And when you answer polling questions, you have to say to the pollsters, I am voting against either Ms. X or Mr. X. If they ask why, because they take money from the NRA. If they don't ask why, it doesn't matter. Say you're going to vote against them. If we do that for 4 or 5 months in the run-up to the election, and the results begin to show in polls, then the result will be that people will begin to repudiate the NRA. If this does not work, and this does not happen, we have to stick to it. We have to go through with it. We have to go through with it in the primaries. Candidates in the primaries who are taking money from the NRA have to be defeated. No mercy. They have to be defeated. Once this happens to a few of the candidates, and it becomes clear that it happened because they took money from the NRA, you will see candidates starting to return the money they took from the NRA and declaring their independence from the NRA. You may see other candidates who continue to stick with the NRA. If that happens, you've got to go through with it and evict them from Congress. Get somebody else in. Clean the table of those candidates who took money from the NRA. As this is done, and as the truth becomes known that the public acted in this way, that they acted to purge the people who took money from the NRA, from the National Rifle Association, the public will then have demonstrated that they are willing to purge candidates, to purge them over issues if the issues are serious enough. The public will have shown it is willing to end the careers of candidates who have betrayed the public interest on certain key issues. So this is my advice. Are you as angry as Richard Ojeda? I am. I don't naturally use the same language, that Richard uses. But I have the same feelings. The same feeling of anger. The same feeling of frustration. The same feeling that this has got to change. And that this Congress and future Congresses have to vote in the interest of the people. And I know that we have to persuade the Congress people that this is going to be the case, that we are going to exert control. How can we do it? Only through a purge of the kind that I am suggesting. If you fool around and you do not do this, you will get more of the thoughts and the prayers. You will get more of the Republican Party sitting on its can, and many of the Democrats sitting on their cans as well. You'll get a lot of the Democrats posturing about how bad they feel about the whole thing. and trying to make political capital out of this, while some of them still take money from the NRA, while they're giving this all lip service. Well, we're not interested in lip service. We're interested in action. We can be surest that action will occur and that laws to control the guns and reduce their presence in our society, that such laws will be passed if people no longer are taking money from the NRA, if the public prohibits their taking money from the NRA. How can the public prohibit that? It can prohibit that only by purging the Congress people who do that. So go to opensecrets.org and see if your congressperson takes money from the NRA or PACs associated with the NRA. And if your congressperson does that, vote against your congressperson. Again, no mercy. No mercy. They're killing us. The least we can do is end their careers. That's the least we can do in return. Let's do it. Let's do it. I say again, let's do it. Let's vote on that basis in 2020. At least on this gun violence issue. Now, I've got some other issues in mind too, but the idea of a purge is essential to get these Congress people to listen to the public, to get the message that when we feel strongly enough, they have to vote in our interest, not in their donor interests. So that's it. I'm now going to end this stream. I'll be back in a few minutes with the second stream on another topic. Thanks very much for coming. I hope you like this stream. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. I'll be trying to get rid of them in just a few days. In compensation, okay, I point out that this was streamed to Facebook and to YouTube as well. My stream on YouTube is not yet a public stream, but I'll be able to make it public as soon as I'm finished actually streaming tonight. So it will be available on YouTube as well as on Facebook. So again, thanks a lot for coming. And I'm going to end this stream now.